Sheldon, I know you're telling us for the game, just the focus on consistency and how important it is, and again how crucial it was for the start that you guys had, and just really to carry that throughout, and to get on the Devils early, and really take any question of where this game was going in the first 10 minutes or so out.
Yeah, that was really important for us. I mean, for the obvious reason that we've had some poor starts here the last little bit, and we wanted to fix that, but also we had, because you're playing the same opponent for the second time here in back-to-back nights. I mean, we're trying to have some continuation of the third period from the other night in terms of taking the will away a little bit of your opponent. So a good start was something we were really looking for today, both offensively and defensively, because like we talked about, we need to play better for our goaltenders. And I like the response of our guys here today, certainly through the first period and even through the second, and then the third period's a bit of a write-off. But the guys were really good today, and gave us really all we could ask for on a night like this.
You've come to know Campbell obviously a lot better in the past few years. Probably not a surprise for you, Sheldon, that he came back and played the way he did tonight after being pulled last night in the performance that he had for you. How would you term it?
Yeah, I mean, I thought he was outstanding. Yeah, and it's in a game like this where we score so much, you would tend to overlook the goaltending part of it, but you go back and look at some of those chances and some of their looks at 0-0 and even 1 and 2-0 when the game still could swing either way, or excuse me, could swing their way. Jack was great. A couple of those saves he made in the second period, or that's the Jack that's played really all season for us like that. When we've played good defense, he's been there, to make the saves we need him to make. And then times when we have breakdowns and give up really good looks, he comes up with game-changing saves. So I love the way that he battled and responded tonight. But really, frankly, not a surprise, because he's a guy that is a competitor. He wanted to get back on the net here tonight, and the guys played well in front of him, and he did his part.
Next up, we'll go to Mark Masters, TSN. Go ahead, Mark.
Sheldon, what have you liked the most about the way Austin, Mitch, and Michael have been operating heading into the break here?
They just really very much on the same page. They're moving well with and without the puck to get available for each other, to find each other. They just have lots of drive, and then you take all those things and combine it with the elite skill that they have. They're hard group to handle. New Jersey in these two games had a real tough time with them.
Next up, we'll go to Kevin McGran, Toronto Star. Go ahead, Kevin.
Sheldon, your fourth line had a pretty big night tonight too. Jason's now scored 2 games straight. How much of that is the three of them just getting like some line stability for that line as well as your other lines?
Yeah, I think it's important for sure. I mean, Spez in particular, good to see him get on the board. But that line has been better for us the last little bit. I didn't think they were as good last night. But I look at the last tonight, and then few games here now, they've been good. I think Engvall's presence down there really helps that line. Just with his pace and the way he can get on top of pucks, and the way that he can get back and defend and get back above the puck, like all those things really help that line. And it's big to get them to contribute that way. So I thought we had good efforts from everybody, but certainly that's one of the things you're looking to come out of a game like this, is for a line like that to come out and score. In Spez's case, Wayne Simmons made a great play on Pierre's goal. Those are all really good things that help their confidence. But most importantly, I just thought those guys forechecked well. They played a good, hard, simple game. Didn't spend as much time in our end as they have in previous games. So there's lots of really good signs of that line coming together.
And how much has Pierre Engvall improved in your mind, I guess, year over year, or in his time here in the NHL?
I mean, like any player that's playing in the league, he's going to get more and more comfortable. In terms of improving, I don't know that, I'd say he's improved. He's just more comfortable. He kind of knows how to play in the league and knows what he can and can't get away with, and knows what his strengths are and how to utilize them. I think all those things are important. He's been a really good player for us in terms of his ability to move around our lineup. And right now, when we're healthy, we need him down on that fourth line. And as I'm saying, he makes that group better, and as a result, makes our makes our team better. Yeah, it's just really good to see that progression. It's important that our players continue to take those steps, and I think you can call it improvement or whatever, but I think it's just really just experience in the league.
We'll take two more here. We'll go to Luke Fox, Sportsnet. Go ahead, Luke.
Sheldon, how much do you allow yourself to actually take a break here, or will you be tempted to watch video and stay half on the job?
I mean, I've got a couple things that I'm going to keep my eye on here that they've loaded on my computer for me to look a little bit closer at now that we have some time. But I'm going to take time to be with my wife and kids, and that's important. It's as we talked to the team about, the schedule is going to get real busy for us here, and that takes its toll on you and wears you down. But also, when you're playing a lot of games, you're not seeing your loved ones very much, whether you're home or on the road. I mean, game days you may as well be on the road because you're not really around. So, our schedule is going to really heat up here, and it's going to feel different than what we've had here in the last 6 weeks or so. So, this break is important for everybody to reconnect or connect with family, enjoy that time, get some rest, have a little bit of fun, enjoy themselves, and then come back and get ready for a busy February and a busy rest of the season.
Do your kids get excited about All-Star watching it on TV?
Not so much. I mean, it's not something that they talk about a great deal, but they enjoy. I mean, my kids are pretty spoiled in terms of their ability to access the NHL and the NHL players. So maybe not as big as a deal as it should be for them. But I can tell you, one of my greatest experiences as a dad in hockey was having them at the All-Star game myself. In the AHL, when I was coaching the AHL All-Star game, having them around and on the bench and around the guys. Those kind of experiences are great, and that's something really that's been lost in through the pandemic here, because we don't have the ability to have our families around on event level and around our facilities. So they miss that, and as they've gotten older, I certainly have come to appreciate that and have missed it greatly.
And last one here, we'll go to Marty Klinkenberg with the Gold Mail. Go ahead, Marty.
Hi, Sheldon. I'm wondering, is this kind of the game that you wanted to go into the All-Star break with? You've been playing well, but kind of having to scramble back, to win a couple games in a row. This is one where you took command right away. Is this kind of what you've been looking for?
Well, I think that's what you're always looking for, is to try to take control of games. Doesn't always work out that way, but as you related to to what you're saying about the All-Star break here, and then I think that is about as good as we could ask the game to go. I mean, you take control early, you build a big lead, you can use your bench, and play your top guys less and play your depth guys more. It's you're comfortable and you're just kind of riding out the clock into the break. I think that's about as good as it could go for us on a night like this. So, and inside of that, we got a great goaltending performance, and through that third period when we, you could tell we were a little bit casual, and we're not deploying the lineup and then putting the lines out the way we normally would, and it has an effect on the game. But Jack continued to battle, and then we're strong in the net. So just so many good things I think that come out of a night like this.